2, 3, 4.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this week's episode of the Mudblood podcast.
What are you talking about there?
You. Welcome to this week's... Fuck you. I have to stop laughing. See me go in the TV presenter mode like fuck.
It was like that's what Jimmy Savile got away with for so long. You just turned it off like that. You were like full on loyalist, like fuck. Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today on the news, we will find out about.
It's like that Father Ted episode behind the stage. He's like steaming, then the camera comes on. He's like, "Hey, everybody." Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this week's episode of the Mudblood podcast with our guest Liam Farrelly. Before we start the show, we just have to give a quick shout out to our sponsor at NordVPN. We spoke about them before, and we're here to tell you about them again. NordVPN is a VPN service that lets you change your IP address and access internet services across the world. You can get American Netflix, you can get Ecuadorian HBO, whatever you want, NordVPN can help you do it. It has servers in several different countries. Servers closer to you will work better, but there's over 50 servers across the world.
So if you want to watch like American channel that you can't get here, you can wing it on NordVPN. Yeah. They don't know where you are, and then you can watch it.
You want to watch
There's
some
a lot of
football on
other
the slide.
uses, but because of we're trying to get like sponsorship, we're not going to tell you, but you could.
Yeah. Stop bragging about other sponsors while I'm doing one sponsor.
No, but that sponsor, I'm just saying you could use that system to do something else, but you don't say it in the thing. But like you can basically look for stuff and get on stuff without people knowing you were looking at stuff and getting on stuff.
Yeah. You're making this sound way more criminal than it is. NordVPN.com/Mudblood. It also encrypts your data, so it stops ad services taking your data and using it to target you with adverts.
Also, if you're looking at like superior MILFs on Pornhub and you don't want your wife to see it.
Superior MILFs?
Yeah.
What Marvel movie is that?
I don't know, but I'm just
Sounds
saying
like Nazi porn.
Yeah, Nazi porn. NordVPN.com/Mudblood. It is the best VPN server out there. Also, a shout out to our regular sponsor. They've been there from the start, keeping our balls nice and clean, nice and smooth. They're still here.
Manscaped.
Manscaped.com/Mudblood. We get you 20%
Lawnmower 4.0.
You also get the ball toner.
Ball deodorant.
You get the ball deodorant. Keep your balls smelling fresh.
You get the wee bag to keep the stuff to shave your bag in the wee bag.
Manscaped.com/Mudblood. It is the best ball razor. Everyone else does. Do we use it? Yes, we use it. It's fantastic. Get on it. We'll save you 20%. NordVPN.
Shave your bollocks.
NordVPN.com/Mudblood and Manscaped.com/Mudblood.
Manscaped, Mudblood. Not Mudblood in numbers, just Manscaped.
Yeah.
Mudblood.
Liam Farrelly, how you doing, man?
Aye, not bad. How's yourself?
All good, man. All good. Over from Glasgow.
Aye, just for the Kasabian show. So fucking been no bad. Been on a no bad weekend.
Aye. Well, you're over for Kasabian, but you called in, did a few fucking spots.
Aye, done the Empire and then Lavery's last night as well.
Yeah.
So it's been no bad.
How you finding doing stand up in Belfast?
It's pretty much the same as Glasgow, man.
It really, even as a city,
Aye.
the people are the exact same. Everything's grey.
Aye, totally. I've not even had to change any like slang or anything. I was just like, you just speak the same shite basically.
We use the exact same.
Aye.
Scotland's the only other place. Like here, locally, you can do Catholic Protestant humour.
Yeah.
You can't do that in England because they don't fucking know.
Aye, even Catholic stuff, like they just don't get, man.
No, they don't.
You fucking hell, Catholics, man.
Yeah.
Give me your shite.
But they're not the mental Catholics.
Nah, they're like, we'll just go for Christmas type.
Yeah. But like over in Scotland, you know what I mean?
Aye.
I can be sectarian and people enjoy it. It's fun.
Yeah, they're like, we love that stuff.
Yeah. So fucking, I have met you before last year.
Yeah,
when we did the new comedy awards together.
Yeah, it was a good night, man.
I know, I was mad. That was a fucking year ago as well.
Aye, it's fucking mental how fast that's gone.
Yeah.
Have you seen any of the new episodes as well?
I have. Yeah, my friend Robbie won the Heat from
class.
here. Do you know Robbie McShane? He does gig in Scotland now.
Yeah, he's in Glasgow now, isn't he? Yeah.
Yes, he is.
Aye, I bumped into him. Aye,
Have you gigged with him?
Not gigged. I've been at a gig he was on at, but I've not actually.
Oh, he's fucking amazing. He's one of those comics. You know, when, like a lot of comics, you're like, I know where you're going with this joke, or I know how you wrote that joke.
Yeah.
I'll ask Robbie to tell me how he wrote a joke, and then I just like, he'll just show me all these pages and pages, and I'm like,
hell.
you're fucking mental. I don't understand you. but he's amazing.
Class, man. I know the girl that got through from the Scotland team as well, Marielyn. She's fucking class as well. She's from Shetland.
Is that who got? I didn't watch that. I saw one clip from it of like I don't know who the guys are, but like a singing trio.
Aye, what'd you think of that?
I liked it.
Aye, they're decent.
The way he said that, I was like, is he about to shit on here? I don't know.
Never do that publicly.
That's when you ever get asked your opinions on like other people, you're like, they're lovely and then off camera, I'm like, fucking bollocks. But you know what, we a wee bitch.
Aye,
but yeah, it was alright.
Yeah, they got decent stuff, man. Aye.
Yeah. What's the scene like in Glasgow at the minute?
It's pretty good, man. There's a lot of gigs going about. So there's like 3 kind of clubs in Glasgow right now. You got the Glee, you got the Stand, and then the Rotunda. And the Rotunda's like your kind of Stag and Hen kind of club.
Yeah.
And then you got the Glee, which is a bit more kind of comedy
based, and then the Stand is
the Stand's the Stand.
Do you prefer the Glasgow or Edinburgh Stand?
Definitely Glasgow one.
You are a Glasgow
yeah,
guy.
just because it's a better. I find the Edinburgh one's a weird shape as well because there's like the toilets are like in the middle of like the fucking right hand side of the gig. So
yeah, you have to cross the entire show.
Yeah, to get from one fucking side to the other. But it's like it's a weird because it creates this L shape where there's like nothing in the right backhand corner, but there's like fucking 80 people just off to the right hand side, and like, I just thought it was the fucking toilets, guys. Like I didn't know you were there.
Yeah, and the Glasgow one's more open.
Yeah,
I don't know. The Glasgow one has a reputation for sometimes being a bit mental. Have you ever seen that?
I was there when a guy got his eye punched it.
We'll start there. What?
So it was Red Raw, which is like the new act night.
Yeah, so people have never done it before, or newer acts.
Newer acts, and someone had gone on but got his mates in for free, and one of them was a prison guard, and I was just about to be brought on, and and I don't really know what the compere was doing, but he was doing a chant for the USA, so he was like, USA, USA, and then this guy who'd got in for free started shouting, you're a prick, you're a prick. And I was like, I mean, he's no fucking wrong, but you can't have that. So, but instead of like just dealing with it, the compere was like, and now the bouncers are going to chuck you out.
Oh, straight to that?
Aye, straight away. So I was like, well, fuck's sake, mate. Like, this is awkward now. But also, the Stand doesn't have bouncers, so it's just fucking bar staff. So it's like...
So the compers went, the bouncers are going to get you, and no one's coming to help him.
So it's like...
He's rang 999 and the liners went fucking dead.
But it's all... The bar staff and the Stand are all students.
Yeah.
So it's like a 19-year-old girl being like, hey, you need to fucking go now, mate. And also, he's not even waited for them to get chucked out. He's just gone, right, they're getting chucked out, and now you're next act, and then he's brought me on. So I'm trying to...
This is the worst comparing I have ever heard.
And I was like, this guy's eye getting punched out was entirely your fucking fault. If I'm a fucking judge, you're getting done for being an accomplice in this.
Who punched him?
So he's getting taken out, and then he started kicking off, and he was like, I want my fucking money back, I want my money back. But it's £3 to get in, so it's not exactly as if it's worth having an argument about.
With him, so give him £3.
Aye, but they were like, no, you're not fucking getting your money. And then I'd finished, it went to a break, and then a woman came out and was like, you're fucking dickheads, you should just fuck off. And they were like, well, you fuck off, we want our money back. And then her boyfriend came out, seen him telling her to fuck off. Then he's fucking been like, I'm not having any of this. What they didn't know was the guy was an ex-professional boxer. So he's just walked up to the both of them, hit one, the first one's hit the deck. His pal was like, what the fuck are you doing? Then he's hit him, he's hit the deck. The first guy got back up and he's just hit him again. And then the guy had false teeth in. So when he got hit the second time, his teeth fell out, his eye went like out to there. It looked like his fucking head exploded.
Oh, fuck.
And I was like, fucking hell. And then like he's just hit the deck, and his girlfriend, he's just grabbed his girlfriend and walked straight out. And then this guy's bleeding out in the fucking corridor, and then they brought in the headline act as the ambulance fucking came in.
That guy was just bleeding in a corner, and then they came out and went, there's your £3. See you later. Get a taxi home. Fuck me. What time do you call this?
I've never done a Thursday. I have a class until 2 o'clock.
And you didn't think of saying?
Every time on a Thursday, 2 o'clock, I finished. That was my last class ever.
More on you, Ryan. More on you. The amount of shit he gives me on the fucking weekly.
When you changed it, I said...
Last 2 weeks in a row, we've been late,
no,
Paddy.
I wasn't late today. I said to you the other night, we can change it, but it has to be 2:30.
Well, we said in the chat yesterday. We said in the chat same time.
I didn't read that part.
Well, that's not my fault.
It's not my fault you did didn't fucking let Sean know either.
You didn't let him know either. We're both fucked up.
I said to you sitting in the end.
I said to you, let him know.
Listen,
I thought you were going to
Liam,
film.
you're so lucky you don't live here in West on a permanent basis.
This cunt just came in off a fucking building site. We were having a nice time.
Not a building site, it's a fucking classroom, you spastic. So, how are you, Liam?
Aye, not bad, man.
Welcome to the Mudblood. Wait, first Scottish man on
Really?
Oh, well overdue too.
on the pod. Because we do well in Glasgow.
Yeah,
Aye,
we got
So
yeah.
it's fitting to have somebody from Scotland on.
Fair.
So I got to see the other night. I thought you were absolutely fantastic. Not that I
cheers.
didn't think you weren't on TV.
Aye.
Genuinely, my opinion on the show you were on was it was between you and William who should have got it.
That's what it looked like between me and William on the night.
Yeah.
It was very, very popular opinion
Yeah.
of anybody I spoke to.
And that's not the shit on the other acts.
No,
they're
listen,
all
everybody
good.
smashed
they
it.
were
Yeah.
really. I was surprised, but genuinely, if I was picking out of the two, I thought you were the two strongest.
Yeah.
And we got along the
Out
best.
of a good,
Yeah.
Definitely.
yeah.
Because the way these things, when you go in, they literally went, so the girls go to one side of the building and the guys go to the other.
Aye.
Like it's a fucking prison.
Like it's a primary school in
Yeah.
19 fucking.
Yeah, it sounds like a school you would have went to. That would have happened.
I did go to the school where the boys and girls were separate.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Then I went to the school where there was no other boys. And that
He
didn't end
went
well.
down all girls school.
Didn't end well.
Population of West Belfast went up by 20% next year.
Let's just say there's not as many prawns anymore. The census changed up.
You self-perpetuated a United
So,
Ireland.
Jay, I was like, that's not my son. You do that for me.
So we go in, and then so me and him just ended up talking all day
Yeah.
together.
Aye, because even when they announced the winner, we hadn't been allowed to even meet most of the girls in the thing. So like they said the girl's name, Anna, who'd won it, and then you see me and him being like, which one's fucking Anna?
Yeah, because you didn't have a chance.
Yeah.
Do you know what I was surprised about on that? How good all the acts were till a standard. If you
Yeah.
you know when people see something and it says a new comedy acts, they sort of think there's going to be people that are panicking a wee bit. No,
You expect a
Yeah.
bit of shit.
no, there was obviously a different level, and I think comedy's like food. You either like it or you don't like it. There's ones you like and ones you don't like, and that's just the way it goes. But I was surprised that the standard was pretty high.
Yeah.
And like when I watched it all, but as I said, I thought out of everyone, the two U's were seasoned and like a proper act. Like I would pay money to see.
Yeah,
that. Do you know that's the way I sort of.
But the weird thing, like once we I had a good set, that's all I give a fuck about.
Yeah.
So after they announce the winner, they do this weird thing where they take you all aside and be like, "Don't worry, you've still a future in comedy. This isn't the end."
Aye,
And
that's-
we didn't give because there was a free bar
Aye, that's from the start. That's all we were asking. We're like, when's the free bar open, guys?
for the whole day. We're going, "Is this fucking bar open or what?"
Two execs stand there going, I'm worried about them too. You might see them living on the street within 6
And we're
months.
going, "Open the bar now." And even when people are smoozing, because there's producers, there's live at the
Yeah.
Apollo bookers, there's fucking a lot of people there.
Which I think it worked out for him. That
It worked out, not me.
you're the
them.
first person on the pod that's done live at the Apollo.
Ah, right, there you go. It's not bad.
And did you enjoy it?
Aye, man, it's pretty easy. Like, they tell everybody to laugh before you fucking bring you on, so you can't really fuck it up. Where you're like, well, you're forced
Say
to.
you do mess up a bit of a set. Do they go back and re-record?
Yeah, so they made.
I heard that happened with one person.
Yeah.
I'll not name them, but I've heard.
Yeah.
It's an industry. I'll tell you after.
Aye.
But it's known they had to
Listen.
record their entire set.
Oh,
Listen,
I know what you're talking about.
Do you know what I mean?
Aye.
I have been in the audience when that's happened,
Yeah.
and we were kept behind for like 2 hours to re-record.
2 hours.
Was it a man or a woman?
It was a man.
A man? This is different than who I know.
Yeah,
Oh,
and it wasn't live at the Apollo. This was Dave's one night stand.
Right. Okay. Right. Okay.
So and
Was
this
this when
was
Mickey did it? Wasn't Mickey.
Yes,
It was Mickey smashed
wasn't
it.
Mickey smashed it. Mickey kept getting into. Mickey was a warm up act. He wasn't on the lineup. Jimon was on and absolutely stole the show.
Oh, Jim Owen. Have you ever seen Jim Owen?
Yeah,
He's
Jordan
fantastic.
fast.
But the act that like the main act who it was meant to be, which was narrowed down here, like people just have to Google that. They'll know what I'm talking about. But the main act was all right. But the guy who I thought was going to wreck the room, big act from Canada, like was so.
Well,
drunk.
now we know who it is.
Yeah, Mike Walmart, like it was.
Was that who it was?
Yeah.
That's not who I thought you meant.
I was going
I
with
thought he meant Steve.
Stayed
So,
or
no, Jesus, no. I've never seen Stade do a bad gig.
Steed's fantastic.
I have never seen Tom do a podcast.
Steed's the one comedian, every comedian is like, he's fucking...
He's class.
He's my favourite comedian, like...
He's everyone's, like...
Yeah. No, but I mean, like, even when I look... I think it's because the first time I seen him, I was like, that is rock and roll on fucking stage.
I have a story to tell you, but I cannot tell it on this because it's so fucking brutal.
About stage?
There's a story we heard about him last night.
Fantastic, man.
Unreal.
Where if I told you, I kind of want to tell you on this, you'd have to cut this.
Did you go to Cabin last night?
No, I was on in Lavery's. I'm going on
Oh,
Sunday.
did you go to Lavery's?
Yeah.
What'd you think of it?
It's a classroom. Like,
great.
the set up's brilliant. It was a bit of a weird crowd, but it was still really good.
Was no way in Lavery's.
Even the Empire all night was a weird crowd.
No way in Lavery's though. You'll get one night that's it's not bad.
No, but it's
But
not the way
it's-
it normally is.
It's that is just the given. It's 50-50.
Only when you're on with him.
He's
Dead on.
hosting
He
it.
laughed like
Dead
a
on. Dead on.
But like, there's not a night you're not on.
I know.
Lavery's.
Yeah.
You're there every week.
Because I was called down to do stuff. Do you know what I mean? I might actually say like can I take a
Glass
month
collecting
off?
job maybe or something.
I know I might just, could I take a month off, write completely new shit, come back with a whole new fucking 20
Yeah.
the next month. But
Yeah.
An annual leave sheet.
yeah,
On the
it's
sick
because I'm
from
in
Lavery's.
Belfast.
He's getting a sick note from the doctor
Yeah,
for
it's
it.
because I'm in Belfast and I'm reliable act.
It's a great room too.
Yeah.
In terms of like trying stuff.
But yeah, we'll tell this story. You will have to cut
Yeah.
this.
It is so dumb. Like the first night I met him was in the stand, and I came off stage. I opened the show and he was closing. It was a Sunday night, and he just came in and he went, "Yo, you are coming to my house, and we are going to get absolutely fucking shit faced, and you're gonna love it." And I was like, right, and all this here. So he says, like, don't come to my address for 45 minutes. And I was like, why? And he was just like, just don't come. And I was like, maybe they're tidy in the house or something. We arrived. He had him and Daniel Sloss building a bonfire at the back. And I came in and I went, what are you doing? And he was like, bonfire! Belfast! And I was like, I'm a Catholic. And he went, right? And I was like, we're the ones who don't have the bonfires. And he went, fuck! Fuck you, Trudy! Just starts squealing at his wife, Trudy. Fuck you, Trudy! Right? So the whole night she's like going, is that guy gonna leave our house? And he was like, Trudy, shut the fuck up! And it was so sorry. Daniel Sloss desiccated his shoulder on the fucking trampoline that night.
What did he do?
There was a trampoline with no net around it. And he was bouncing on it and then
Fell
fell.
off.
And then I smelled like smoke the whole way in the bus. Because I never even got back to my hotel. I stayed in this house that late. I had to jump the bus and go to Glasgow. And my bag, they couldn't fit my bag in the hotel. I had to go in the clothes I was wearing all night at a bonfire.
Right.
I was on stage in the stand and just smelled like Belfast.
Donk.
It was like a scratch and sniff fucking Belfast comedian. Do you know what I mean? Your man smells like fucking Belfast, doesn't he?
That's just fucking stayed.
I-
Trudy, shut the fuck up.
Fucking smoking dope with him, drinking all night, and was just absolutely out of it.
Comedians like to act like they're, the rock stars, the party like that.
But he is. Like,
Steed is the
But
one.
she's taking pictures of him, and like she's showing you the pictures that night, and all, and you're going, he's like rock and roll, and he looks a bit like your man Paul Rudd.
Yeah, he's so
Hollywood actor.
He's so
Aye.
effortlessly
The
cool.
voice and the thing, yeah.
He shouts, but it's never like listen to me. He's just being. I fucking love Tom
Then he
Steed.
sits down with you, and what he would do, like, I was there before, and he had like 10 people around the table, and he's like, right, you tell me your ideas, and I'll tell you mine. And then, so you tell him a bit, and then he tells you, you should do it this way, or, what about that? And then he tells you something, and he listens to you.
Yeah.
Do you know, he's one of them people, and I was just like, fuck, I love this, man.
It's almost insane how he's never he's big in the comedy circuit.
Yeah.
He's not,
Like, he's done Live to
household.
Follow, and
Yeah.
he's done TV,
Yeah.
because
He
he's
did-
that quality.
He did Tramadol Nights, I believe.
Yeah, he did. He told me a mad fucking story about that as well. So,
Oh, fuck.
That's fucking fantastic. Can we talk about? Well, we'll have to talk about it. Who we got to meet?
Oh, I suppose we can.
Everyone knows. Everyone knows, but it was. Had you met him before, Bridges?
I gigged with him like 11 years ago.
When he was like Liam's age.
Would he have been?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was
It was-
22.
But he was like on like I remember people going to me in the stand. He's gonna be fucking the biggest act like,
Yeah.
and I was like, right, no way you're going.
You always hear that.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I went out, and he was fucking top notch like.
He's bright.
And I was like, fuck yeah, no he is.
Yeah.
You know, and I've seen him, and I've seen a certain comedian from down south who was literally only doing it, and he fucking from the start was pretty good too, till he started fingering people, and then
Oh, I know. Whisper in my ear.
AL.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah.
You can call me Al. I get you, yeah.
Say he was pushing wheelchairs in the hospital.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know who you mean.
Yeah. So
And he was
him
good,
and
like, he was
him and
very
Kevin,
natural.
Him and Kevin both like watching them like at the start, and you're going, "Fuck me."
They're ready already.
Oh fuck I.
Yeah. And even, like, because I wasn't even to me, I just overheard him speaking to you about a career, how he writes. Mm-hmm. And he's fucking...
Yeah, he's all about detail, man.
Yeah,
That's
he's like
what big.
tiny details. He was like, what did he say to you? You mentioned
like-
samurai swords?
Aye, so he was like, don't say that, because you're like, I was about a guy I know called Sharky who breeds staffies and owns samurai swords, and he was like, take out the samurai swords and change it to something else, because he was like, you want people to like him, so you've got to make him a more likeable character. So if he's got samurai swords, some people will be like, well, what's fucking he up to with him? And he's like, I know and you know, like, he's just stabbing tables with them, but like fucking other people.
Yes. If somebody might have had somebody that was stabbed, or somebody might have had somebody that was killed with a knife, and they're automatically out of that.
Yeah, totally.
joke.
So he's like, just change. It's like little bits that he's like, just change this, put this in here and stuff like that.
It's talking about Mike Wilmot. Mike Wilmot told me a thing like way at the start, and he was like 10 minutes. And the mad thing about this bit of advice was he was so right, and then he didn't practice it himself, and I seen him fucking die. And I was like, you fucking told me not to do that, what you just done.
Yeah.
So he says, Mike Wilmot says, the first 10 minutes, don't do anything too controversial.
Right.
Get them on board. If it's not for your show, different if it's for your show and they know what you are and you're controversial. And I think it's right in what he said. He says, once you do 10 minutes and you have them,
They're
you
with
can say anything after that because they'll forgive you.
Yeah.
And it was one of the best bit of advice I ever got doing comedy. But,
And it makes sense when you see people on TV too, because I've seen people on TV and they're not great.
yeah.
People are like, I've seen him on TV shit. And he's like, no, you haven't seen him live.
Yeah.
He's not like that. That's him doing clean, and he maybe has 3 clean jokes.
Aye, because even when I done it at Paul, it was the week the Queen died. So they were very much like, especially at me, they were like, don't you say anything about the Queen, don't mention the royal family. I was like, why is everybody fucking on me?
Kevin said to Jade the other night, I don't know if you've seen my bit, but at the start I do a bit about the Queen.
Aye.
And Kevin said to Jade, this must be a one-sided crowd if they're not booing him.
Yeah.
And Jade was like, Paddy's loved by both sides. And he was just like, I don't get that. Because he says his bit got recorded.
He got a lot of shit for that, man.
And what was weird was his bit wasn't really about the Queen.
No,
it was about the Tories.
Yeah, it was about the government, man.
For those who haven't seen the bit, he came out and he went, she's not the only old lady who's going to
I
die
did
this
that
winter.
to Ballymena the other night, right?
That joke?
And a British soldier came up to me after the gig and went, I didn't take offence to that one bit. He said, my wife was about to. And I said, tell her, there's nothing that he's doing there is actually offensive.
Yeah.
He's basically, if you listen to the joke, because the bit that I left out the other night in the Empire, which is a big part of it, is to talk about my mate Mickey, like putting up stuff about the Queen and slabbering about her, and I was like, for fuck's sake, she's 96, give over. And he's like, no. And then I'm saying, like, you don't mind when she's in your pocket and there's £20 notes on it, you know what I mean? Yeah. You don't mind when, and I says, and technically, you've sniffed more coke with the Queen than you have with your mates.
Yeah.
She uses a £20 note. And then your mom was sort of saying, what you were actually doing was saying, like, fucking, don't fucking slabber about her.
Yeah.
You know, and hearing it from you, so I left that out the other night in the Empire.
Because me and you both have bits about it.
Yeah.
And I think both of us don't really take a side.
Yeah.
I talk about the media. I talk about the media coverage of it.
People were saying, make mine, I'm saying she's a gypsy. I don't say she's a gypsy. If you listen
I don't even know what the reference. I mean, did you call the Queen? What?
It was
I've seen this bit and I don't have fucking clue what you're
So
talking about.
basically what I say is, I watched the funeral and then...
Yes. Yeah.
But I don't actually say she's a gypsy.
No, you
If
don't.
somebody came back and says, she's a gypsy, I says, what's the bit?
Yeah.
I don't say she's a gypsy.
No.
I don't like.
No, you
so
don't.
It's if you're clever enough with it, nobody can pull you up on it.
Yeah.
But I would say you wouldn't get on Leave the Pillow.
Aye.
No, you
You know
would.
what I mean?
Well, that was the thing. They were on at me, and then fucking another girl I was on with went on, and then was doing a joke, and then went, "Oh, wait till I do my Prince Andrew joke." And like one of the guys off at the side was just like, "For fuck's sake," he was fucking raging. And I was like, "She's not even said anything about the fucking Queen."
She just said it, yeah. She just said it.
When I did my Empire recording for TV, I did my Prince Andrew joke, and just immediately after I went, I know that's not fucking making it in, but I wanted to do it.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just you're like, you can fucking cut it. I wanted to do that joke.
Aye.
Yeah.
I remember the first time.
Did you have to? Sorry for interrupting.
go
Did you
ahead.
have to hand in your information, like what you were going to do about it?
Well, because the guy booked us off the back of coming to my friend's show, so he'd seen like an hour of the stuff, and he was basically just like, "Yeah, we like this stuff. Can you do that?" And then it was like, I had to cut some of my religious material.
Well, they had done their work on you, so that's good. Like, you
Yeah.
weren't, like, fucking forced upon them.
Yeah.
They picked you out, which is great, because then that automatically they've seen your stuff, and it's like, because
Yeah.
I've done gigs where people book at me, and I'm like, have you seen me? And they're like, no.
Aye.
And I
right,
sent this guy a DVD, this is where at the start, like when I was only started, and I sent him like the dirtiest stuff I have. And the guy went, no, it's grand, come on and all, and booked me. And I went up, and it was like a fucking Walton's fucking family affair. And it was a town, and it was just a complete town, all in this room. They'd all cooked meals, and there was Kaylee dancing, and fucking, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I didn't even do the stuff that was on. I says, I can't do a dirty set, and I got up, and there was like all these old veterans sitting at the table, and I was like, fuck, look at Boyzone, they fucking didn't age too well, you know, something like that.
Yeah.
And they walked down the hall going, don't laugh at him, he's disrespectful. And it was like half an hour fell, because I was like, fucking half an hour, they're paying me 200 quid, I'm fucking doing half an hour. I done the whole thing. But that's just, it's good that somebody's seen your stuff then. Done it, you
Yeah.
know?
Whereas it's different for when we did the NCAs.
Yeah.
We had to send in scripts.
So they've read it, and then
Yeah.
they send it
Read
back
it.
on, take that out.
Yeah,
You're
were
going,
you
"That's the
asked to
best bit."
change your material?
They were like, don't. They took out a couple of swear words, but the weirdest thing about that was they made us do. So you done your set and your heat, and they put that out on the TV, and in the final they like do the same material again. Now it's like, but you've just literally put that out the night before this fucking episode.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, just do the same set again.
And you asked, because I didn't.
Yeah, you
I got
fucking
up,
just done
I
it.
just changed. I did different bits. I went over, I did like 10. I was meant to do 5. I think I came out like 12 and a half minutes. And after, he was like, did you not have to do the same material? I was like, oh yeah, they told me that. I was doing it anyway. Because they have to put something out. So I just did what I wanted.
You done, so you had 2 recordings of 2 separate bits of
That's
thing.
exactly what I did.
Yeah, smart.
Yeah.
Aye.
Which, because I knew, I was like, they're going to use it.
They're going to
Yeah.
pick a girl anyway.
I know my wee disabled hand was like, I was like, maybe.
You were standing with a fucking disabled badge going,
Yeah, me and Lost Voice guy were there repping the fucking team. But
well, he wasn't shouting out, but his computer was going, wankers, wankers, wankers.
he had his volume right up.
He wasn't on, because
He was presenting an award.
Yeah.
Tell you what, see in person, very, very, very funny.
nice guy.
He's one of those. He absolutely is. But he's one of those. You know, when acts on TV and they're very clean.
Yeah.
And they're not too controversial. And then you
I
get
brought
to
him
meet him
over
and
to
he
the
just
Black
says
Box.
the wildest shit.
Ah, you fucking.
I brought him over to the Black Box years ago, even before you started,
Yeah.
to do a show, 3 people.
Fuck, serious?
Aye, and one of them was deaf.
What the fuck? What?
So he couldn't talk and he couldn't hear. It was the weirdest fucking gig. I'm sitting next to a deaf guy going, he's reading my lips. He's doing the set and I'm
Did you have to? Were you doing warm up for him?
no.
No?
I brought him over to do a show. I just seen him on TV and I sent him a message and was like, do you want to come over to Belfast? I'll get you a venue. Because he was on the news talking about, he was on a breakfast show. My man says, look, this guy here, he's a comedian. And he was on talking about he wants to go in different places to save it. And he went, we'll get him to Black Pass. So I sent him a message. Was like, and his people says, yeah, we'll bring him over. 3 people turned up.
Fuck me.
It's brutal, man.
That's fucking rough.
Yeah.
That's the tour life for you, isn't it?
He deleted me off Facebook after that.
Because he probably thought you were just some mental cunt.
I think he was sitting in the show going, he was trying to chat up the deaf guy. The whole show, he didn't pay attention.
Every time I used to play games against Deaf United,
Who?
the Belfast Deaf United.
Who's that?
So what is? It's a football team from Belfast,
Right?
and they're deaf.
Right.
But the cerebral palsy, I didn't think I would have had to explain that to you, Paddy. But the
I thought Deaf United were like a band or something.
no, I was like,
I thought he was trying to...
I was literally with him being like,
I
am I
was
going
going
to have to
as Deaf
spell
United
out?
a fucking... I
What
used
a
to play
Deaf team
games. I
is for
thought he
you.
was like on computer playing with this band or something.
No.
And I was going, is this some like young band that I don't know? Deaf United.
So the cerebral palsy team would play matches against Deaf United.
She's had a ball with a fucking ringer in it.
Yeah. No. Just normal football. But here's the thing.
Oh, that's what playing people, isn't it?
No, yeah, I was going to be, yeah. I put a bell in it, they can't fucking hear it. Fucking idiot. But when we would play them, they were the roughest team. And they would like, you'd be on the ground, like no way. Sometimes you fall and the ball's like around your stomach. Your hands aren't on it, and they'd just be fucking booting it, like three of them around you, kicking it. There is, and he couldn't hear, so he's blowing the whistle, being like free kick, and they're playing on.
And Willie's going, "You're a dirty bastard, man." Going,
And like they'd have like hecklers from the side, also deaf, but going fucking mental. Be like, fucking ball. And I don't even think he was shouting it. I thought in his mind he's just speaking. And he's just screaming, like, fucking
ways of Bunko.
Jesus Christ. You're off.
You were fucking doing the voice a minute ago.
I was doing him speaking loudly. You're going that.
Oh, I thought that was just your voice.
No. So they'll be going, he's a fucking, because they can't hear themselves. They're not always total deaf. Sometimes it's like half or, majority deaf, but they have a little bit of hearing. They can hear themselves. And they're literally screaming like, he's a fucking full bastard. Someone told me they got banned from a league because their team are just too fucking
because it's fucking
abusive.
Referees having to go up and tap on the shoulder like, stop kicking that guy.
Yeah. The guy's in the wheelchair. I ever told you about the time I played disabled football and we had a goalkeeper who was in a wheelchair. And someone from the other team.
Heard about parking the bus with them. Parking the wheelchair.
Sticking the yeah.
Was he good?
Brilliant. He would jump out of the wheelchair and like they're safe. It was fucking phenomenal.
But then you'd have to stop the game to lift him back in again.
No, you'd have to make sure you were clearing it because the game couldn't stop. But one time someone missed like a shot and we all turned because the game, it was going that way and we just heard a big...
the scorpion out of the wheelchair.
No, he didn't. Someone would have had to lift him like a trapeze act. But we just heard a crash behind us. Turned around and just saw the wheels spinning from the chair.
Right.
And the guy on the ground, because the guy from the other team just fucking grabbed the chair and just fucked him out of it.
Fuck yeah, man.
Disabled football's fucking brutal,
There was
man.
a kid in my class when I was in fucking primary school. Well, he's in the other class, and he was in a wheelchair, and he used to do nets for the fucking other team. Like, people just used to launch shots, bouncing off the fucking field.
So somebody put up one of them like Lad Babel or something who fucking, by the way, put clips of people up and don't fucking tag them in it.
Is this happening to you again?
Fucking
Again?
14 million fucking views on fucking 5 brands. Not even mentioned in it.
Serious?
Not even mentioned. Sent them a message and they're like,
They're bad for that.
Shane Todd. We wrote Shane Todd's name on it. I went, yeah. And he's like, he's the one telling the story in a black t-shirt. I went, Google it. Fucking Google it, you dicks.
Yeah, they're so fucking bad for that. Which
Unbelievable.
it annoys me because I'm like, fair enough, share the content, you're a big page. Credit them.
There's a girl who does like a voiceover between that, so she's doing it at the minute, so that's how I found out about it. But at least you fucking tagged the bollocks out of me in it, and people's going, she's doing your bit. She's fucking maiming it, and she's fucking better talking to me.
It's weird when it does well. I find it weird. I'm not.
Some people like it.
And some people do.
Prefer watching
It's bizarre.
other people doing it.
Have you ever seen that? Has anyone done that new on TikTok?
No, is it like there's like the
lip
voiceover?
sync.
Yeah.
They took my clip. Someone did it with my ISIS girl clip. That joke and like mimed over it, and it got more than mine.
Were they dressed up as his noses?
No, they were
would
just
have been
someone in their living room on the sofa being like, "She got fucking elected," and it got more than
There was a
mine.
girl
And I'm like,
doing the 5
That's
brands,
fucking
putting her
shit.
makeup on, and she got big hits. And then this new girl, she does like reenactment of fucking Sky Sports and everything. Like, but she done it, so she tagged me in it. And then Lad Babel was like, "This is the best bit ever." And I tagged below it. At least she fucking tagged me in it. Yeah. She's cunts. Never gets old. I know, but I'm not fucking tagged in it on your fucking page.
that 5 brands clip's fucking massive, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's huge. I didn't realise how big it was.
Near that, because it was almost like when the Fag Run story came out. That's what made people know you.
Did I tell you about your man who does comedy in Spain?
No.
So there's
The Billy Conley.
No.
Oh, we were all talking about
Ah,
that,
it
weren't
was
we?
Billy Coy,
He
yeah.
made a
He's from
living for
Donegal,
years.
Yeah, from fucking thing.
Going up on stage in Spain, going, oh, hey, the fucking
No,
thing
in the
is."
fucking Basque country. Married a Basque girl, moved to Basque country, watched a couple of Billy Connolly's and went, "Hi, did I tell you he's done fucking comedy?" And then went out and they were like, "This guy's amazing." But
That
no,
infuriates me.
this guy sent me a message from Spain. He was like, "That's my bit," and I was like, "Send me a clip." And he sent me a clip where it was a girl had 3 girls called the same name, and I went, "That's not the fucking same thing."
Aye.
And he was like, "It's similar." And I went,
You stroking bits, buddy?
"No, but it doesn't even like the surname." The story that I told is actually
Paddy
the truth
McGrath?
behind
What?
it. No, is it who?
I can't
Keep that in. Clip that. Clip what he just said there, please. Please clip that. I want that clip. Did you say Paddy McGrath there?
No.
Yes, you did. I heard you say it. Please clip that.
Don't keep it in, don't.
Do keep it in and clip it. It wasn't even. He says there's 3 girls. I tell a story. It's 3 girls, and they had the same middle name because her dad, the granda, was that name, and I went, "That's totally fucking different." Because that's 3 girls I'm talking about. But the actual story about with me was there was actually a girl that had 4 wee lads. A girl had 4 wee lads. She went into the brew. My mate worked in the brew, and he told me that story.
Yeah.
And I changed it up a bit. But that's the gist of it, and it's true.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But your man said me, and then it wasn't even the same thing. Like, if it had been the same thing, you sort of went, "Right, mate, okay, dead on, blah, blah, blah." But
Nah. Alright, you thieving bastard. The fucking look he's giving me.
I hope Paddy Raff gets you. I hope he sues the Pally City. He's your mate too.
Take me for what? I know. Tell me, so you did material about this. I don't want to take material, like say your material, but your sister's a nun. That was the
aye.
crux of your Edinburgh show.
Yeah, that was a large bit of it, and then a fucking bunch of fucking nuns got very fucking annoyed with me.
You were telling me this.
Aye, so basically what happened was...
And is your sister
Yeah, she's a nun, so...
right? So it's really none of their business then.
Well, that's what my opinion on it.
Don't
Oh,
touch
fuck
me.
off.
He does these fucking boo. I hate because I giggled at it, but I was like, I'm not letting him have it.
It was good, wasn't it?
So I love how his reaction went, fuck off. Like, so you did that show about your sister being a nun.
So what had happened was, I think like, a guy had came to the previews of the show and didn't like them, and then started emailing people. So I think he emailed an archdiocese in Edinburgh. He emailed the Catholic Church of Scotland's media team. He was emailing my agent, and he was basically being like, "This guy's making it up. His sister's not a nun. He's going to hell and shit like that. Like, tell my agent to think of her own soul and shit like that." And you're like, "Right, okay, mate." And
Alright,
then
you fucking schizo.
Do you know what? Was he a Catholic?
I'm assuming he was.
Because I had one of them, right?
Yeah, one of them, aye.
And what basically happened was a wee village just up the road from here, like 20 mile away from here. And they booked me for like a festival for a GAA club, a Gaelic football club.
Ah, right, aye.
And I sold that many tickets. They had to find a bigger venue. They had a
fuck,
small marquee put up, so they were like, "We need a bigger venue." The only thing they had was the parish hall.
Ah,
So they put me in the parish hall, and this guy who's like a Nazi Catholic,
fucking hell.
no, like typical, like apparently has his kids kneeling in front of the statues outside the chapel, praying
Fucking hell, man.
when they're bold on pencils on their knees and all, like he's real, like a Nazi. So he sent my agent this big
What do
thing.
you think a Nazi
and he
is?
says, "Well,
What do you think of
somebody
Nazi?
who's right wing, like he basically stood up and tried to make
That's
the
what Hitler
crowd.
did to the Jews.
He stood up and was like, "Everyone should leave this gig right now." After I went, "Hello."
Well, how many
Stood
times did you
outside
say
the gig
hello
with
there?
pla- stood outside the gig with placards, and I was walking into the
Really?
gig.
Fuck,
I was
And
like, everybody out that way.
Careful now. No.
it wasn't even. It was like fucking ban this, and I was like, "Fuck, have you met your man yet?" No, and they were going. The guy standing with placard was like, "No, is he here yet?" No, and I was like, "Oh fuck, you watch yourself, like you knock your bollocks in." And they didn't even realise it was me.
Aye.
Do you know? But then, so he said this whole thing, and my agent got this letter, and it was like, "Fucking Paddy McDonald is a vulgar and offensive," and he so forwarded it on to me, and I was like, "That's my next show."
Aye, I'm doing it. Mine was leaving Farrelly's hateful rhetoric.
That's a brilliant name.
And you can do so much from it.
Aye.
And I done a show, and I sent him 2 free tickets.
Aye.
And then I sent him how much I made of it. I was like, thank you very much.
Aye, because I just ended up putting it in. Because what ended up happening was he'd clearly been emailing people in the church and being like, his sister's a liar, and then they were like, his sister is a nun, and then he from that worked out which convent my sister was in.
Defender.
Aye, and then emailed the convent. So then I had like the head nun of my sister's convent emailed him back. And basically was like going through me. She was like, he's a deeply disturbed young man.
This all has to be it. Like this.
Aye.
Your poster will be that name, right?
Aye.
And then 5 stars and put in what he said, and then just say, by some fucking deeply disturbed.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Just the quote of it.
Just the- yeah, that's
It
it.
got really weird because then the nun was like, what, don't, because the guy was trying to get bishops and shit to protest the show, and then the nun was like, don't get them to protest the show. What you want to do is attack him on social media, like give him bad reviews, that's what it'll really hurt him. Don't give him any chance to get publicity. Just try and hit him in his pockets and just review the show badly.
So this is your sister's boss?
Aye, she's done that, sent him that email, and then for some reason this fucking idiot got that email, screenshotted it, and then sent it to my agent to be like, see, he's fucking nuts, this guy, even the nuns don't like him. So then I'm sat there reading this fucking email this nun has written to a nut job about me. I was like, what
That's
the
your
fuck?
show next year.
I know. I stuck it in at the end, but I think I'll try and do a
I
big
tell you
full one.
about the complaint I got against me at a show. I was doing a show somewhere. I'll not say where or who it was for, because it'll make it obvious where it was. But
Was it local?
yeah, it was a local show. But someone got a
Belfast?
Yeah, I'm not. I just told you I'm not going to say where it was. Don't try and wait it out. I'll tell you after. But this person got a complaint to their agent, saying the support act talked about cocaine in a blasé fashion. Does he know it's illegal?
Does he know?
And I might
Really?
next year I might do William Thompson. Is this illegal?
Blasé.
Blasé fashion.
Blasé cocaine. Oh man, that you could sell that stuff.
And the joke I do, it's not like I'm up there going, Coke's fucking brilliant. The joke I do is I'm at a party, an argument breaks out, and I'm in the corner. I say, I'm racking lines, making mine a wee bit bigger, blaming
Aye.
it on my bad hand.
Fair.
That's all I say.
Yeah.
And they're making out like I'm up there going, like, fucking Coke's class, all you fucking on a line, dude.
Just get you on the poster where it's Tony Montana and we'll just put your face
Yeah.
on it.
So,
Blasé.
I think-
Blasé. What was it?
Blasé fashion.
Blasé cocaine.
Bla-
That's a song.
it's by the Eagles. But like next year, I might just go, William Thompson, is this illegal? I might go.
Yeah.
People think when they complain
They
to
like-
comics that we're
Did you
going to be
have
like
Burley legal?
No, that's Jim Jeffries.
He had Burley legal?
He had Burley Legal, which was that the show he had the gun routine? Do you know the routine?
That was
I actually
Bale.
never-
That was Burr. Who was Burley Legal then?
Jimmy Savile.
That was just
His
that
kids.
was just outright illegal. That's what I mean. You're saying at the Empire, every time comedians are left together for
Aye.
an extended period of time, it will just go into. Do you
Who's a
know who
beast?
I think's a pedo? Like every fucking time. And that's the one disturbing thing I found about like being, and even at the little level of showbiz I'm at, the stories, like even at the most entry level that you
Yeah.
get hit with, and you're like,
Aye.
oh, so everyone knows about this stuff.
Because that's the thing, like, even when that CK stuff came out,
Yeah.
I fucking knew about that in about, like, 2013.
I knew about it for fucking years.
I knew
Yeah.
about it too because I was getting to the stage
Wanked
where
off.
it was going to be me that was going to be fucking me too. I was listening to a local podcast one day and I heard them saying like, oh, it's getting to the stage now where it's a wee bit ridiculous, and I was like, right, okay, I have to stop.
You were getting your ticket.
So it's literally just got
You're
this
only
thing.
on there doing it to other male comedians who asked you to do it.
Well,
Alright, okay, don't bury it. Do not dig your grave, throw yourself in it, and put the soil on top of it, for fuck's sake.
no, what Shane Todd says was, I think it was Shane says that the scary bit is you could be away doing a gig with Paddy and Oman, on the way home you stop for a piss in the motorway, and all of a sudden you get a cock stuck up against the glass that you didn't want to see.
I got in trouble for doing that in school once.
What?
I was sent out of class, and you know where the doors have wee windows on them?
Yeah.
We used to do this thing called sneaky nut, which is where we've talked about it before, you pull your bollocks out and see how long your mate, and I had my balls just pressed against the glass, and the teacher just turned around.
Seen it?
So I'm just like,
Did he lick
I've no defence here,
did he lick his lips?
No, he more just, like, it was one of those, they went, like, grab me, and then we're like, I can't, like, fucking ball grab him, like.
Like, back in my day, the teachers would grab you by the balls.
You did go to a Catholic school?
We had teachers that would have ball flicked you.
What?
Just
like a ball flick.
I know what I mean. No, I understood that bit.
Yeah.
Why is he ball flicking you?
Like, say if you had been standing smoking and you were turning to your mate, this teacher would come in and just go,
Jab slap.
and ball flick you. And you'd be like, oh! And you would suck the fag into your mouth. Like, that wouldn't happen these days, you know what I mean?
No, teachers don't punch kids in the bollocks anymore.
Buddy.
We're too PC these days. Fucking woke generation. Never got a slapped in the bollocks by the fucking maths teacher.
Way up there, nurse should rub them better for you.
It's also a priest.
In suspenders.
I remember the first time I met him as well. We didn't know each other that well, but I'm used to doing like sectarian banter with you. We were in November. I love this because he freaked out so much because he didn't know what to do. Still makes me laugh. We went in and it was November. It was like near Remembrance Sunday.
Yeah.
So they were handing out poppies.
I had a wee like fucking plastic bag full of poppies all passing around us.
And everyone's like, you have to wear the, you know, unless you don't want it. And he was like, no, I'm not going to wear a poppy. And I was like, why the fuck not? And he was like, oh, because I'm like from. I was like, nah, I'm only fucking with you.
I don't think any of us ended up wearing a poppy.
I think it's you didn't wear one. I was like, fuck it, I'll
William
not.
took the whole bag home and sold them.
Yeah. I'll wear one, but I'm not one of the fucking, like, you must. You have a story about, I don't know, can you tell that on this? No, can't. That's alright. That's why I checked.
Yeah.
But
I mean, a big deal. The thing about that time was, like, the producer of the show was going to be, this is going to end up in the papers and it's going to be a big deal. No one fucking noticed. Not even the extremists that stand wheelie bins.
Yeah.
No one noticed.
See,
so it never made even the news.
The media in this country is fucking ridiculous. Like, they make mountains out of fuck all.
Do you know your woman's away? Liz Truss.
Is she away?
She away?
She's away, aye.
44 days?
44 days she's away.
She's been sacked. Fucking hell.
No, she quit.
Fuck me, man.
She did quit, didn't she?
No, that's Jerry Adam.
Sla.
44 days. I lasted in a call centre longer.
She had a queer set of wallopers on her, didn't she? You allowed to say that?
Queer set of wallopers?
Oh.
I can't imagine why you wouldn't be allowed to.
But she does, like.
She's big tits. I have never noticed that. I've never got past the dead, cold eyes.
Yeah. No, well, I noticed them. I was like...
Are you watching Question Time with the Root? What are you doing?
No, she was coming out of 10 Downing Street, and I was like, well...
What are you getting into? You don't agree with the economic policies, but fucking some tits on her, so... There's that.
Well, it was between her... Boris Johnson had a course had tits on him.
He did eye on his face daily. That dude did some fucking right. He's like the Ian Paisley Jr. I don't like him politically, but if Boris was like, I'm having a party in the house, I'm going.
Quasimodo effect, or like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? He was an ugly looking cunt, but he's fucking alright.
Bet he was suave as fuck.
He
knew his way around words, man.
Yeah.
He probably has a big cock, but then I said to somebody, it wasn't him that had a big cock, it was Dominic Raab. Or not Dominic Raab, but Dominic Cummings.
Cummings, he had a big dick?
Probably. He was doing everything else. He was running the country.
Oh, I know, but he gives off small dick energy.
Yeah.
Do you know, see when he was, do you remember when he drove to the castle?
Aye, because he couldn't see.
And he says, I was checking my eyesight. Do you know, genuinely, like, when they stopped him and the cop said to him, he was like, fuck off, I run the country. And the cop was like, oh, dead on. He's like, watch. And he was able to fucking send the fucking message, and within 5 minutes, the cop was told to fuck off and leave him alone.
I thought he was going to say he pulled up his phone, showed him his dick, and then he was like, whoa, alright.
He was sacking people. He was walking in going, you're a dickhead, get the fuck out.
Well, Cummings is the reason.
Was doing that.
Cummings is the reason Johnson got elected, because he was the
architect
behind Brexit, and his Cummings really utilised social media in a way no one had before.
He was the Cambridge. He used the
Cambridge Analytica. Yes.
Aye.
And that's what I did my dissertation on. I'm loving this. So
There's somebody sitting in the Brandon right now watching this going, what the fuck is he doing?
So what Cambridge Analytica was
Put
this?
it down in their
I'm
fucking
going to
working class terms.
Fucking let me. So Cambridge Analytica was a company. Essentially what they did was manipulate people's social media.
Yeah.
So if you were liking certain pages, they're going to direct you to story. If you were liking stories about fucking workman's tools, for example, they're going to send you a story on your newsfeed being like, Labour wants to ban power drills. It didn't matter if these things were true or not. People were seeing them and getting riled
Fake
up.
news, basically.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yes, they were getting, not fake news. They were sending you real news stories, but they were sending you stuff that made you
But it was
go bastards.
But it was twisted.
Yes,
Yeah, it was
to
a
make
lot.
you hate the opposition.
Yeah, or go, oh, you like the NHS? If we get Brexit, it's going to be 40 million a week or fucking 3 million, which was clearly lies. Everyone knew that was a lie, but people wanted to believe
Well,
it.
it was on the side of a bus.
Yeah.
You gotta believe that.
And even when they went, is that true? And Boris Johnson sitting there like, fucking, aye, you'll get that, big man. So that's what Cummings really got his power from. He was a very, and he's the reason Johnson eventually
yeah, got the
fell.
Yeah,
because
because-
Johnson told him to fuck off, and Cummings was like,
I
"Do you have
can see
any
you.
idea what I have on you?"
I have a
And he
picture
was
of you
smart.
raiding fucking the cat in Downing Street.
He was so smart because he didn't leak it all immediately.
Well,
Because that was Cameron did that fuck
no,
the
he
pig.
fucked the pig's face.
Yeah. Here, have we all. After a few,
He should have lived in. He should have lived in Buckingham Palace.
fucking shut up. People are gonna think we did a cut there, we didn't. We just had to restart.
Shaking the bacon.
The genius thing that he did though, like, because the news cycle these days moves so quickly, people forget about things like that. He leaked it slowly, everything that
Yeah.
Johnson did. So it was like almost like every week.
Oh, he was holding him to ransom. No doubt about it.
100%.
He was obviously. They were obviously doing deals. He's like, "You ready? You ready?" We'll see what comes out on Thursday. Bump, and then Johnson was like,
Yeah.
and then
Aye.
he didn't just do it in one lump. He was like, "It'll get worse."
Yeah.
And then
I'm
eventually,
gonna bring up the coke.
cut-
I'm gonna bring up the parties. I'm gonna bring up the mistresses. I'm gonna bring up the fucking bribes, and he would just leak it all slowly.
I knew Michael Gove was doing coke. Like I knew that.
Aye.
Nobody had to break that news. He just looks like somebody that does coke.
But he's the most fucking boring.
I know, but
Did you ever see that fucking? I don't know. It was like a best man speech or something like that. It was like an after dinner speech he gave, and it was in
Michael Gove?
Aye, and it was in Scotland. And then he done like one of the creepiest lines about a Scotsman not wearing like fucking boxers under his coat. And the way he did it, I was just like, "You're a fucking sex offender." Man."
I have seen that. It is- What's the name of the big fucking Monopoly man looking cunt? Big long face.
Reese
smug.
Mogg.
Yeah.
Oh, I
He
hate him.
lies in the parliament like that, though, fucking sleeping.
He's a fucking. He was pulled out slowly, like
He looks like he takes
rectangle.
He should have been in the bank in fucking Mary Poppins.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was one of them.
he
cunts.
looks like he rides a penny farthing.
What a fucking prick.
He's a cunt.
Well, it's a lot of way these fucking guys become any sort of popular is they're going fucking have I got news for you, and they're like almost seen as like a prize fucking weirdo.
Well, Boris
and
was,
then just
Boris
gain
was put
Yeah.
popularity.
across as a clown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aye.
And then fucking
Because he's
goes
out there
right
being like
behind.
fucking. But the best joke. What was it? Frankie Boy called him a bouncy castle with Down syndrome.
I hold back our Frank.
That's Frankie. Yeah, that's Frankie's joke. But like, yeah, Farage did the same.
Yeah.
Went on, was letting people rip the fuck out of him, but
Aye.
you ended up knowing who he was.
Yes,
Jimmy
'cause
Savile
just
did
kept-
it as well.
Aye.
To a different degree.
Well, Jimmy Savile went on and actually talked about wrestling wee girls on it, and
Yeah.
nobody batted an eye.
We were talking about this in Lavery's. Have you ever seen the This Is Your Life footage with Gary Glitter?
And Guy Glitter's going,
When there's this wee girl goes, he would invite us all to our house when we were 14 and make us take pictures of him, and he's like, fuck up.
"Shush,
He
yeah."
goes, yeah,
You can
so
see it.
creepy.
So creepy.
Yeah.
Even the Louis Theroux one, where he goes straight to Savile's face, "Are you a paedophile?" And Savile doesn't say no.
Yeah.
Savile's sitting down the wee chair in the background.
Yeah, Savile's literally going, "Oh, don't answer the stories." And you're like, see if someone goes, "Are you a pedo?" My first answer is no.
Ah.
Like, don't, there's no spiel, it's no.
It'd be, "Do you want your bollock?" Who's been talking?
And the weird, I hate conspiracy. A lot of I like some, but no way, like all that Pizzagate stuff wasn't into it. The one thing I did notice, and everyone talks about, every time Savile was on TV, they did kiss his ring. like his on his finger. Watch every time he's on TV, comes out. Always that on his ring.
Like the Pope.
Yeah. Weird stuff. But long story short, that's why Liam doesn't wear a poppy.
If I ain't gonna kiss anybody's ring, they're gonna have to bleach it and clean it.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You know what I mean?
I'll do it after 3 shots, no fucking bar.
What's that? Kiss a ring?
Not bleach my hole, certainly not.
I'm talking about a ring. COVID and all that.
You still give a fuck about COVID and all, do you?
Oh, what?
Do you?
Oh, fuck that.
Oh, shit. Someone's like, I'm COVID. I'm like, just don't speak directly into my mouth and we're alright.
I'm gonna keep it sweet.
Yeah.
What time are we on? Are we putting this on Patreon or?
56 minutes.
I think this could be the main one. We'll keep Liam here for do the Q&A as well. Because it's been fucking really good crack. Have you anything to plug while you're here?
Not really. I'm doing a Glasgow Comedy Festival show. Yet to put the ticket link out for it, but I'll do that on Friday probably.
Well, if you've got
Is
the
it
ticket link,
February?
It's in March.
if you've got the ticket link, send it to us. We'll put it
Have
in the bar.
we said we're doing it this year?
I'm doing over to do Van Winkle's. Do you want to do one together as well in Oranmore?
Why not?
Because I'm only doing a 40-seater
Yeah.
for my Edinburgh warm up.
Yeah.
But we can do one together. I can get on to my agent, book Oranmore.
Yeah. Let's do it again.
Yeah,
I just
'cause
think
it's
it'd be
Really,
sick.
man.
Because you were saying to me about it, and I was like, fuck, I do like Glasgow. I've never done the Comedy Fest. I'm
Yeah.
doing the Leicester one.
I've not
Comedy
done that.
festivals are fun.
Yeah.
Because you can just jump on comps, and it's a good place to
We
network.
did do it,
We did. Well, that was what the Mudblood Live was for.
wasn't it?
Yeah. So we could do normal those, or we could just do stand up. The Mudblood Live was one of the best fucking podcast lives we've ever done. Speaking of which, come see us live at the Ulster Hall.
On November the 5th.
The ground floor is almost sold out. It's been selling more and more because we've actually fucking plugged it this time.
Started to tell people it was
Yeah,
happening.
we started to actually tell people it's on. So I think we're past the 500 mark.
Yeah.
So it'll be the biggest live show we've ever done. If you've ever seen them before, it's much like the podcast. A wee bit of audience interaction. Don't stream shit at us. We don't like that.
I'm gonna get it like a piece of glass, and Wally's gonna get his ballot out.
Yeah. What I love is because people are used to me in the podcast where I'm quite quiet compared to you. Mm-hmm. And then live, they'll start heckling me, and you're like, go ahead, wee man. Yeah. And I'm like, see you fat fucking bastard, Chuck.
You know, then they're gonna knock your cunt in.
Everyone, amount of times I've been told I'm gonna get my cunt knocked in, I want it now.
Yeah.
I like it. That's what they don't know.
You're gonna get beat up one time, and you'll be lying in the hospital going, "Come on, knock that in the head, and I don't want to get my ballot."
No, I'll be in the hospital being like, there's a bit in that. There's a bit in that. The guy who kicked my fuck in had like weird teeth.
And he'll fucking kick your teeth in if you talk about it.
You've also threatened to get your fuck knocked in plenty of times.
Oh, yeah, still.
You daily, like, people threaten to kick my fucks in.
Literally on the way to Portaferry on Friday night, we went live in the car, and this guy came on, like, and was like, "I'm going to fight you," and I was like, "No problem. Where are you?" And he went, "Portaferry," and I went, "No problem. I'm on my way there now." And he was like, "Sound, I'll meet you outside." And I was like, "100%. I'll just see you. How long will you be?" And he says, "Well, we're fucking Newton Ards now. Like, we'll be here in fucking 20 minutes." He's like, "That's it. I'm heading down. Me go for it. This is live." People's going, "This cunt's insane." And then
Could you incriminate yourself more, you think?
Some girl below it was like, "Paddy, this guy's a fucking rocket. He'll be here." And I went, "I hope he fucking is. I'm busting for the knock his cunt in now." And he's like, "Are you?" And all fucking all these things. We get down. One there.
No, Sam. We've told it in the podcast before, but I'd like you to tell Liam the story because it's my favourite fucking story. The guy who would message you drunk, trying to fight you. We'll finish on this one then. We'll do
No,
the
we're not even
podcast.
doing it again because
So,
I get a lot of messages from people going, "Will you stop repeating stuff?"
Stop repeating that story. Fair, I get
We'll
that.
tell
too.
Liam it off.
I'll tell you it off. It's a fucking great story. But yeah, we threatened to get our fuck knocked in.
Yeah, there you go, man.
But that's it. Like, you don't even you forget what you've said.
I did see him like recently.
Really?
He was out walking his 2 dogs, and I was getting out of the car, and I bought these sunglasses, and I've paid a few quid for them. So I'm fair, because I would leave sunglasses and my glasses anywhere.
Aye.
Because these are expensive, I'm like, right, I'm not leaving these anywhere. So I took them off, I walked back to the car, and I seen a fella with 2 dogs, and when I came back across, he was going a hell of a lot quicker, and then I realised it was him. So he must have been walking his dogs, looked across, seen me getting out of the car, then seen me taking my glasses off and putting them in the car and went, "He's going out my cunt," and he took his glasses off when I didn't even know it was him. And next minute he was away, like, with the 2 dogs. But it's embarrassing for him because he's fucking like, you know...
It's bizarre. Like, I'll even get messages from people being like, "I'm gonna kick this other comedian's cunt in." I'm like, why does everyone want to fight us? It's fucking weird.
It is weird.
Yeah, man.
But no,
you
this
look
guy...
at
The gist is...
I've never been offered a square go before.
it'll come.
That's not true. I did get offered a square go by a woman in a wheelchair at a gig, which was...
She used to do nats for Willie's team. She's actually in trouble because she was singing "Who Up or She was playing for Ireland.
That's a lose-lose situation
Aye,
as
'cause
well.
I was like,
Even if you win that fight,
I'm like, I can't fucking take this one as a win, though.
why did you want to fight you?
Because my mum has MS, so I used to do jokes about my mum being in a wheelchair and stuff like that. And I get, for some reason, when I tell jokes, people think I'm fucking like lying and stuff.
Yeah.
She was like, your mum's not actually in a wheelchair.
I get that all the time.
Aye, and you're like, well, no, she is. Because in that scenario,
Fuck off.
because I don't really know what to do in that. Because it's happened once or twice where people are like, your mother's not really got MS. I'm like, I don't really know what you want me to do. Like, pull up a family picture and just be like, so that's her in the wheelchair.
Yeah. After you can see the top of
wheel
her
her
head.
out. You should wheel her out at the start and go, disclaimer.
I got called ableist before at gigs
Really?
and shit because you're like doing jokes about, you said the word spastic, and I'm like, about me?
Aye,
And they're like, that's not okay. And I'm like, and they're like, I can't notice your disability. I'm like, you're being far more fucking
Yeah.
offensive than I'm being right now.
I actually say to people that say that, like, they go, Willie's not disabled, like, Willie's not a spastic, and I go, look at him.
Yeah. Do you know what? Know what the weird thing is? People always
look at
go,
him.
it's not noticeable. And see that I see myself in photos, I notice it. I'm really self-conscious about it. Like, I think it's the most noticeable. Like, my wee arm and my legs is the most
When you
noticeable
see you walking
thing.
across the car park like a T-Rex or
Yeah.
a fucking cat, it sort of gives them.
Yeah. That's what Gaddis said. Like, him and Mickey would always rate me, being like, you're right, dead on, you're not fucking disabled. And then after we played football, and Mickey saw me, like, properly got it, he's like, I feel awful. He doesn't, he's evil. He finds
not
it,
evil. No,
he
that's not
finds
true.
it hilarious.
Hold on.
Me in pain,
When-
he loves it.
When we went to Glasgow, I was like, your wee dad, your cur.
I was sitting in pain on a bus, he's like fucking poking me in the head.
I should have actually got paid like a cur's allowance for you, taking you over to Scotland.
Yeah. It takes travelling with me to realise the amount of shit
Yeah.
is wrong with me. Because people are like, how do you forget this? And I'm like, head injury. Memory doesn't work. And they're like, fair enough.
The boxing thing's a big thing. They're like, well, he's a fucking fruit. He don't want to fight in the boxing. I was like, we technically can't even get him a license to box.
I would. Here's the thing that annoys me. Would love to do it. Would love to do it. I can't. You fit even for an exhibition match.
Yeah,
No doctor will clear me to take blows to the head. There's no cerebral palsy boxing.
Yeah.
Because it's a fucking.
The one-off, it's like a grudge match. Like, this is it. Michael Jackson, this is it.
Yeah.
It is it, because somebody's not coming out of that ring.
Yeah, it'll be like Ric Flair's last match. You're gonna be like, someone's gonna fucking die here.
Can you,
And
not
that's
even, can you not even get headgear?
It's not enough.
No, right, still no.
I already, you've already got
He has to
Yeah.
wear gum
Bruised
shoes and
brains.
headgear. He's
Aye,
having
aye.
sex.
bruised.
don't he?
Yeah. I've never known one of those airplane pillows around the neck.
He comes in with knee pads and all, and they're like, "What the fuck?" And like, no, I have to take precautions here.
It's the same as that. Though people think you're lying,
Yeah.
and you're like, no, I'll joke about it, but this is real.
Yeah, because you'd have to genuinely be a fucking psychopath to like be like, well, I'm just gonna go up and tell 200 people a night that my mum's in a wheelchair, that I've got cerebral palsy, and then just be like
We
off
were at the
stage.
gig in Portaferry the other night, and the guy that actually picked my tattoo was there. And when we were getting photos, like, one of the other guys says, this guy picked the tattoo, and there was a queue formed to talk to him about it. Like, is this legit? And he's like, yeah, I picked it. And they're like, we thought that was a joke.
No, yeah.
You know, and you're going, yeah, but I'm not allowed to take it out.
I keep
no more
telling you,
'cause
get
it's frowned upon.
I keep telling you, get your dick out.
It's frowned upon.
You want all these lies allegations to stop you? Get your dick out.
But there is a select few people that have seen it, so they're like, no, I've seen it.
Select few thousand.
You've seen it.
I am seeing your dick.
No?
Nope. Which is weird. You think I would have? I haven't.
Fuck, I rubbed it all over your face in Scotland when we were staying in that room.
Yeah.
I thought your eye was open.
It was one of the selection of dicks your man said. I was I'll not say his name. I was like, well, not say his name. He says his name.
Well,
I
isn't
say
it?
a nickname.
Someone who would send selections of dicks.
Who
Aye.
is it?
I'm not saying it on this.
Whisper. Oh,
We were talking about
Here,
this.
is he like still involved?
done.
He's doing agency or something, is he?
I don't think he. Last I heard, he was a fucking Amazon delivery driver. Aye, might have fallen, man.
I could.
That's the last one you want to have your
I
email
could have
address?
swore I seen a Scottish comedian with him in a photograph where he's representing him now.
Really? Fucking hell, man.
And when we're off air, we'll look at my phone and see.
Aye.
Because I could have swore it was him.
Yeah.
And I was like, no way.
Yeah, I thought
Imagine
he was
having him representing you. Don't worry, I get you plenty of dick pics.
Yeah. So when you described it to me, it's because I was like, what did he do? And he was like, he would send a selection of dicks.
Aye, and the theory was his dick was somewhere within his selection of dicks. So he'd be like, what do you think of this dick?
It's like the Glasgow version of Blind Date, isn't it?
Dick number 3, reveal yourself.
No lackey, no sucky.
I'd be raging if I was him and Naked Attraction went on her. I'd be like, I've been doing this for fucking years.
Some cunt stole my idea.
We'll wrap it up. We'll do the Patreon. So check out tickets for Mudblood Live at the Ulster Hall 5th of November. William Thompson, Bernie Noticeable, and Limelight 1. Paddy McDonald.
Yes, still have some tickets. They're production tickets, so it's the last of the stock, but there's still some there for the 12th of November in the Waterfront and the 9th of December in the Waterfront. I also have shows still happening this week. I probably won't be. No, Armagh will be done by the time this is out. Macrofalt, there's 2 tickets left, so there's no point even plugging it. Saturday night, Noma, there's actually 40 tickets left.
Very good.
Dailies.
Very good.
Better be walk-ins.
Yeah.
Or there be fucking murder.
I'm selling I'm selling terribly in Oma.
And then I'm in the Ardoin Theatre on the 1st of November. I've loads of others, but I can't remember. I'm in Glasgow, I'm in London, I'm in Newcastle, Stand.
My tour's not till next month. Derry one is about half gone.
You'll be alright.
It's good. Armagh's selling well. I'm also doing Newry. Newry's always remember
I'm
even,
in Newry, I have like 2 tickets left for next week, yeah.
Newry, even when we did the live podcast, we were like, fuck, we've nothing sold.
I'm in Lambeg doing crowd work. Crowd work's back.
Doing crowd work?
Next week, the 28th in Lambeg.
Let's hope this time they'll actually speak to you. Because he did a show.
It's just all them deaf people. It was like the Lost Voice guys.
He did a COVID. He wrote an hour and tried to perform it, and people were just heckling the whole time, couldn't do it. So he's like, right, you know, I'll do a crowd work show.
Yeah.
Did a crowd work show and no cunt spoke.
That's a brutal
It was like it was the opposite flip, and you were like, bastards.
And you didn't half an hour.
No,
you were just on stage with nothing.
But that was the plan, because
it's not your fault. I'm not saying like,
it still worked out alright.
It was grand, but it was just funny because like I was like, fuck, that's a brutal situation to be in. Like,
fucking hell. Did you just go into bits, or did you just have to drag stuff out of people?
It was basically it was literally went along the crowd, just went, what's your name, what do you do, what do you do, and just went and I think I got till the 3rd row.
Alright, fucking hell, man.
So it was like the whole way across,
yeah,
like maybe 30 people, so it was like 60 people basically got the bollocks ripped out of them at the front.
I got the best one ever last night. A sexologist was in.
Where from?
Spain.
You see, there's nobody from fucking Larne who's a sexologist. Is there, like, do you know what I mean? It's just, it's always like, where are you from? I'm from Italy. Or
I'm learning, because if you're from here, you don't want to learn about sex.
What do you do? I'm a sexologist. Where are you from? Larne.
Yeah.
Are you on the brew? Aye.
But it was one of those almost, there's so much you can do with it.
Did you ask, was it a man or a woman?
Woman.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
And because see if a man,
it's creepy if it's a man.
That's what I mean. If a man has that job, it's like he's a pervert.
Yeah.
She has it, and you're like, well.
Yeah. That's also like you're a bit of a pervert, but you're qualified.
Was she good looking?
Yeah. It was all those. You ever get so much?
Who goes to a sexologist?
Fuck, people want to learn about sex. I don't know.
It's people who are addicts.
Is it?
So you go, you're an addict, right? And you're like, and your wife's like, you're an addict, sex. You're gonna have to go and see about this. And he goes, right, all right. You set up the appointment. You turn up. And the fucking girl who's the fucking sexologist is fucking great, and you're going off for fuck.
Yeah. Imagine your wife going.
And she's trying to go. She's sitting there going, you have to not have dirty thoughts, and you're going.
She's not licking her lips. No,
but you know what I mean. If he's a fucking if he's a sex addict, he's thinking it. She mightn't even be doing it.
I love the idea of your wife going, "You're a sex addict." I'd be like, "Buck me in, for fuck's sake." Simple solution, Cassandra. Ride me.
There's nobody in West Belfast called Cassandra.
I don't live in West Belfast, so that's not a problem.
There's nobody. Nobody.
I know a few Sandras.
There's no Cassandras in West Belfast.
What's Sandra short for? What's Cassandra short for?
No, it's with Sandra.
What's Sandra short for?
And you don't think
because she's wee legs. Yeah. Oh, it's alright when you do them. Fuck yourself. Check us out on Mudblood Live at the Ulster Hall. Go over to the Patreon Q&A episode.
Liam, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Check out
Great to
Liam if
have
you're
you.
ever over in Glasgow. Follow him on, what's your Instagram?
Liam Farrelly Comedy.
Liam Farrelly Comedy. See you later, guys.
I feel electric when you go.